morning, my friends. We're off on a Southern California adventure here, headed towards the San Jacinto Mountains. Specifically headed up towards Red Hill Lookout. Hopefully we can actually get to the lookout. I do like going up the lookouts. They always have amazing views and often are a little bit of an adventure to get there. So that's the plan for the day. Of course, taking the fun routes to get there, like this one. Oh, it's super pretty out here. The rainfall, all the rain California's been getting lately is really greened it up. Way greener than it was last year when we were out here. It's really neat. And it's been dry for a week now, so as you can see, conditions are really nice out here. Dried out, but not like super dusty or loose or anything. So it's nice. I'm sure there'll be some little muddy spots here and there, especially as we climb up in elevation, but like that right there. But hopefully nothing too bad. Well, we got a really good view here of the San Jacinto Mountains. I think the one up there that's covered with snow, I believe that's up where Idlewild is, or up above Idlewild maybe. And then I think over here, the one that's disappearing behind the mountain there, I think that's the one that's Red Hill that I was planning on going up to. Right here, just came back into view. Once again, I'm not positive on that, but from my map looking and stuff, that's what I believe. Rolling through the citrus groves here. And I think I was pointing at the wrong hill. So I was pointing at this one up over here. But the canyon we're going to go up is going back that way. So there's got to be another peak out over here that's the Red Hill with the lookout and stuff. Might be that peak up there, because here's the valley we're going up, and then we're going to come back over that way. So thinking that might be it. Well, we've hit the dirt road portion of our journey. Seems to be in pretty good shape out here. Little washout spots, but not bad at all. Well, we've kind of changed direction here, and I believe these are the hills we're going up into. Maybe we get over to the far side of them. So we've got a sign here, Coahuila Mountain Trip Flat Station. Looks like the way to go. I do remember coming out of this one last year. I don't think we did the whole kind of loop or out and back that I'm looking at today, but I did come through here, so ooh, muddy already. So there's an outside line. There's definitely some washouts and rough spots where water was running down the trail, but so far nothing too crazy. Not a bad little Jeep road here. is off over here, nice. The road we came out was running down that valley. You can kind of see it down there. The tower has got some good views. We started out way out that way, the other side of that lake and those hills. Came out, went north on this side of the lake, up kind of the outskirts of Hemet, up the canyon, and then up kind of along the edge of this hill. You can barely see it coming down the side, and then around and up. Oh. Well, can we go this way? Looks like other people have. Nope. Bummer. I really kind of wanted to go through that way. Where does that go? Well, the planned route isn't working out here. The Reed Valley Road was all locked and said private road everywhere. And then following the Forest Service Road all the way out, which there's a ton of bike tracks on here. A bunch of other people have been up here. That was all gated with signs on the other side of the gate, not the side I came up on, but on the other side of the gate saying that it was all private property and, you know, access to trails was up some other road. But at least it's some fun stuff out here. And also, at least I was planning on a short day, so it won't be like crazy long. nasty. Well, we're almost back out of this trail system here where we came in. And I think what I've decided is I'm going to take a right, whereas I came in from the left. And it'll get me to pavement a little quicker to kind of expedite the trip home. I'm really kind of bummed that both the route that I was gonna take was fenced off in private property, and then also the alternate that I've taken before was all locked up and marked as private property. It's like, come on. Well, we're back on the pavement and headed kind of the roundabout way back home, so unless I get somewhere exciting, this might be it for this video. Thanks for watching, my friends, and get out and ride.